and welcome to another episode of Words of Wisdom from the Wise. And today, we're just going to jump right in. So today is going to be all about the signs of the times. And what did Christ tell the disciples in Matthew the 24th chapter when the disciples asked him, what shall be the signs of the end of this age, of this world? And what shall be the signs of Christ's second coming? All right. So let's just jump right in. And prayerfully, you guys are edified. And prayerfully, all of these things really resonate. You understand what I'm saying? And I don't want you guys to be like, oh, well, these things happened before. These things always happen. No, they have not always happened like all at one time. They have not. They have not happened like this all at one time on top of the Great Awakening. People waking up to our people waking up knowing that they're the children of Israel. It's just the time of the 120 years, the jubilees. You understand what I'm saying? It's just so much. You can just tell. And at the end of the day, the mark of the beast is on the scene. Revelations. I mean, it's just like the Father. He's so wonderful. He's so merciful. And I love him so much. So with that being said, you guys, you know how I feel. Let the Most High be true. And every man a liar. Let's jump in. We're going to write the Matthew the 24th chapter. We're going to break it down. Don't worry about that. Matthew 24 and 3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him, talking about Yeshua Christ, privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the signs of thy coming and of the end of the world, at the end of this age? Because we know we got next. You understand what I'm saying? So the disciples are asking him, what shall be the signs of the end of this world and the signs of your coming? Period. That's the question. Peep game. And Christ answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. So he just came straight out the gate and said, make sure, take heed. Make sure that no man deceive you, because it's going to be a lot of tricks. It's going to be a lot of scams. It's going to be a lot of this. It's going to be a lot of that. You understand what I'm saying? So he said, so this goes back to the scripture where he told us to be sober and watch. You understand? That's why he said, don't be deceived. That solid foundation, which is Christ, that rock, stand on it. And you're not going to be easily tossed to and fro. Because you're going to be like, oh, nope. Oh, nah. That's not, nope. Simple. You understand what I'm saying? Not to say life is going to be simple, because it's going to be a lot of tribulation and stuff like that. But I am saying it's going to be much simpler with Christ than without him. There it is. Verse 5, 24 and 5. For many shall come in my name saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. For many, he's telling us, so many are going to come saying they're Christian and use Christ's name and deceive many. Look at this.
My good friend Bishop TD Jakes.
Look at TD Jakes.
About why
millions of people watch him. Millions of people look at him. And not just him, other churches that has opened their church up to the mark of the beast and telling people to come down there and get this. Like, these are pastors that sold out their congregation. They were supposed to be watchmen, and they sold them out, deceiving many.
Church tells its parishioners, no vaccine, no service for you.
Verse 6, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Wars and rumors of wars. Another one. Check out this. Look at Ukraine.
If the agreement cannot
look at Israel and Iran. This is prophecy. Look at the U.S. Once Israel strike Iran or anywhere, the U.S. is getting involved. They are two peas in a pot.
Have urged a hard line
look,
against
wars
Iran.
And rumors of wars.
In fact,
Verse 7.
Preparing itself for a possible
for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. Nation shall rise, nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom. Look at how they're doing all of this. Look how they're stirring up racism more and more and more. Racism never really went away because it all stemmed from Jacob and Esau. Well, that's a whole nother lesson. But at the end of the day, look how they're stirring it up. Oh, George Floyd got killed by a white man. Oh, this person got killed by a white cop. They're stirring it up. Kingdom against kingdom. You understand? We are kingdom people. And who is this campaign aimed at? Yeah, other people's getting caught in the crossfire. But who is it aimed at? It is aimed at the children of Israel because the Father's waking us up. And once we rise, their kingdom falls. And they know it. Lucifer knows it. And there shall be famines and pestilences. Whoa, famines. Look at this. Is this not going on right now? And pestilence. Look. Pestilences. What does pestilence mean? Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. And there shall be pestilence, a fatal epidemic disease, especially like the bubonic plague, pandemic, disease, sickness, infection. Whoa! What? Yo, Christ put us down. Straight up. Straight up. Look at this. He said it shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. Look at all these earthquakes that just happened. Look at all of these earthquakes that has been happening. Look at them. The list goes on. Whoa. The signs of the times. If you want to know what time we are, come back to this video. We are at the end. I'm telling you, the end of their age. But the beginning of ours. Because we got next. And our kingdom will stand forever. So tighten up. Don't worry about it. We got next. Be strong. All these things are the beginning of sorrows. So this is the beginning of sorrows. This is the beginning of sorrows. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. Look at Australia. Australia already banning people with the Bible, so-called Christians, because they don't follow government. Look, and then look at this. A guy from Pfizer, an ex guy at Pfizer, put this out. Now, I'm going to let you read all of this on your own time, but look at phase 5. We're currently in phase 5. So it goes right with what Christ was saying. They shall deliver you up to be afflicted. Look, phase 5 is instituting martial law. You understand? People going to be pointing their family out, telling them, oh, they don't have this and they didn't get that, and hotlines calling people and all of that stuff. They're going to deliver you up to be afflicted. Look what happened. This whole fiasco started. People was calling, people was taking their family down there only to be put on a ventilator and killed. Delivering them up to be killed. You think it's going to stop there? No, this is the beginning of sorrows. And ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. Exactly, because they're going to start turning and switching it. Oh, it's those Bible people. Oh, it's this. That's why the whole thing keep going. That's why this whole thing is still going on. Because they don't want to believe in this, and they're following the Bible and it's saying that. So now we all got to walk around sick. Like, I can hear it now, but I mean, you're sick because you're making stupid decisions and you keep believing in man. And what did the Father say in Jeremiah? Cursed be the man that trusteth in man and maketh flesh his arm, maketh flesh his strength. But blessed is the one that trusts in the Father. His words, not mine. But I totally agree. Verse 10, 24 in Matthew 24 and 10. And then shall many be offended and shall betray one another and shall hate one another. Tell me this is not now. Many people are offended. You can't even tell somebody the truth and try to help somebody without them being offended. They get offended. They get offended because you walking in your purpose. They get offended because you got a solid relationship with the Father. They get offended because you at peace. They get offended because you don't eat meat and they still eat meat. They get offended because you don't drink soda. You rather drink a homemade, fruit juice. I'm just saying, y'all, it's so crazy. Y'all telling y'all. I know y'all can attest to some of this ridiculousness. But for real, many shall be offended and they're going to betray you. Betrayal comes from those around you. That's why Christ is letting us know. It's going to come from somebody around you. A hater can't betray you. Betrayal comes from somebody close to you. Verse 11, Matthew 24:11. And many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many. Exactly. Many false prophets is trying to act like they walking with the Father, walking with Christ and all of that stuff. And they deceiving many of people. Many of people using Christ's name, using this, using that, all different type of trickeries because they're Satan's ministers. I don't care I don't care how big your church is. I don't care about none of that. Your word is deception and deceiving the people. And you're not even being a watchman. You're supposed to blow the trumpet and tell the truth. You know you lying. Matthew 24:12. Because iniquity, lawlessness shall abound, the law of many shall wax cold, shall grow cold. Exactly. There's lawless law. Nobody's following the law, statutes, and commandments of God. Nobody don't even care to. So sin, if you don't follow the law, then sin is at its height. That's why the elite is able to do all of these things and run roughshod over the world. Because nobody's following the Father and don't care to hear about him. Majority of folks don't care. And that's just big facts. 13, Matthew 24:13. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. So he that endureth to the end, the same shall be saved. That's why I tell you guys, stay strong. Stay strong. Don't give up. I know it's going to get tough. I know it's going to get rough. I know we're going to see a lot of people drop off. I know all of these things. It's going to be the worst time ever. But at the end of the day, you guys, keep your eyes on the kingdom. You know, everybody have to search out their own salvation with fear and trembling. You know what I'm saying? The kingdom is, the path is very narrow. You can't hold nobody's hand. All you can do is deliver the word and pray for them. You know, fast for them, fast with them if they're willing to. And you got to keep moving. You got to keep moving. You understand what I'm saying? And you gotta keep moving. You gotta get under that hedge of the Father. You have to put that blood on the door. Understand? So that the angel of death pass you. Because it's real. It's out here. It's real. And he that endureth to the end, the same shall be saved. Father's word is not mocked. Whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he reap. What are you sowing in the garden of life? Are you sowing good things? Or are you sowing sin? Because the wages of sin is death. But sow good seed, it's life everlasting. So you have a choice. So with that being said, you guys, I pray you were edified. Remember to stay prayed up. Sin not. The kingdom is at hand. Repent and be baptized for the remission of sins. And I'll see you guys in the next video.